Hey guys, a real quick unrelated intro. I just finished shooting the video you're about to watch, and something arrived in the mail I wanted to show you guys. So here you go. This is the new double LP Young Zee Musical Meltdown release. Now this has come out sort of before, you may remember, of course. It came out as a two-parter series from Dope Folks. I worked with them on it. I actually supplied all the music and everything for my tapes. A few years later, GRR put them out on CD and cassette. But these have been out of print for a long time. So now there's a new picture cover version, which as you can see actually comes on green vinyl. It is a double LP. It features everything, including the bonus tracks from the previous versions, except, I guess, technically for the CD-only bonus skit. But this has a new bonus track, which is Outsiders, Rain or Shine, which might seem like kind of a strange choice. I mean, it features Young Zee. It's a classic. It's a great track. But it is widely available. But one thing is they fixed something about it. There is a slight part in one of the verses where they say in 96, because that's when it was supposed to come out, but then it didn't come out till 97. So they flipped it. And that's how it is on the original pressing, on the version that's out everywhere. And GR went back and fixed it, so now you can hear it properly all the way through. As you can see, it also is sticker cover. Boom, double LP, limited to 400 copies, out now. So that's all. I just wanted to show you guys this, and now let's dive into the video proper.
Guys, I am so psyched to talk to you about this record today. Now, I'm like, album of the year for me, album maybe of the decade for me. I am just so, this is it, like of brand new music. Slick Rick, Victory, whole new album, not a repress, not a compilation of old lost recordings or anything like that, but a whole new, brand new studio album from Slick Rick. This is basically his fifth album, his first in 25 plus years. Art of Storytelling was like, what, 99? So 26 or so years. And, unless you count, like, a.k.a. Ricky D back there, that is a compilation of old lost records and stuff. And it's fantastic. And it's a bootleg. And I totally recommend it. But this is legit an actual brand new licensed, all new music by Slick Rick. And it is not disappointing at all. It's everything you would hope it would be. So as you can see, it comes in a picture cover and an obi here. It's actually, I don't know how well you can see it here because it's pretty dark. The inner sleeve has like label notes and everything. And the vinyl itself is purple, but like I said, you can't really see it. When I first opened it up, I was like, wow, mass appeal is sus. But like, oh no, okay, it actually is purple vinyl. So this album essentially just came out. Slick Rick released a movie in the summer, in like June, July, which is essentially sort of like one of those Lemonade kind of things, or sort of like an extended music video. This is like a collection of music videos for every song. And it's tight, it's really well produced, it's high production values, it looks dope, it's cool, it's got some interesting skits and stuff and elements to it. It's produced by Idris Elba, the actor, who I just saw be the president in House Full of Dynamite like last night. So he's kind of behind this album. It's also on Mass Appeal, which is like co-owned by Nas. It's a part of their kind of Legend Has It series of albums that are coming out, but a lot of them sort of seem nostalgia baity for like 90s, boom bap rap. I mean, like this new Nas album with DJ Premier, which is probably the most promising of them. There's like a Ghostface Killer Supreme Clientele Part 2. Some of these are out, some of these are still coming out, and there's other projects like, I don't know, t-shirts and a comic book and stuff like this. They're doing supposedly a Big L compilation of maybe unreleased stuff. Is it just gonna be another one of those albums that's the same unreleased songs with alternate titles and stuff again that we've had dozens of, or they got something? We'll find out, because that one's not out yet. But this one, Slick Rick Victory, is out. So that movie came out in the summer, and digitally came out whenever the hell it came out. And the pre-order came out for the vinyl, and the vinyl now is just finally landing in late September or early October. And the album is essentially the movie, slightly different. I'll break it down. It is kind of a short album, only one LP. And like I said, the movie is like a half hour, including the credits and everything. So the sequencing is a little different. Some of the songs come in different orders. And there are some additional skits and like filler bits in the movie that are dropped for the album. So if you actually look at the credits of the movie, you might say, oh my gosh, I'm missing like 5 or 6 songs. But those are all skits. You're really not missing anything. In fact, some of the skits are carried over onto the album. Like Victory, the title track, is really just like a 30-second intro. On the movie, it's called Victory Intro, Well, the album is just called Victory, and it's just Slick Rick's wife literally defining the word victory. And then Victory Outro is just a repeat of Victory Intro. So again, you got it on the album, but you're not missing anything by not having a Victory Outro. And another bit is like a little spoken word piece, and there's like a quote from actually, I was going to say The Matrix. That's like a 12-second thing actually is on the album. So like we're getting some of the skits, and honestly, like some of those, like I did that. It's kind of a long spoken word piece where Slick Rick just name drops all of his credits. Like he names each one of his albums, and he says, "Oh, I made up the eye patch and all," which I mean, legit, he did earn all those things. I'm not dismissing it, but it's not really something you want to listen to on repeat. So you don't need the extra skits. The best one is maybe like an instrumental produced by Q-Tip, which they play over the closing credits, and again, that's just like a little 30-second thing. Basically, all the actual songs you do get 100% on the LP. And more importantly, you get a song on the LP that's not in the movie. That's also produced by Q-Tip, and this is actually a proper full song. So that's produced by Q-Tip, and that's all he's done on this album. Most of this album, actually, interestingly, is produced by Slick Rick himself. And when he does collaborate, he's mostly collaborating with a couple London guys, like one guy who did some big stuff for like Rihanna and Nicki Minaj and all. But it's mostly kind of Slick Rick, kind of, with some assistance. DJ Dirty Harry does a lot of arranging and stuff like that on this album. And DJ Chaos does some scratching on like 2 songs. There's not a lot of scratching here, but it's nice when it's in there. DJ Chaos has been like Slick Rick's tour DJ for ages. He's part of their kind of, there's like a hip hop series called Legends of Hip Hop Tour or something like that. Sort of like Legends has it, the same kind of thing where like a lot of old school artists were touring, and he's the DJ for all those guys, and then he just kind of went on the road specifically with Slick Rick, and now he's on the album, so it's kind of cool that all came together. I was sort of hoping for when the album came out, looking in the credits for maybe we see Vance Wright. No Vance Wright. I guess he wasn't even on The Art of Storytelling though, so he kind of disappeared a long time ago. A little bit of a shame, but it's fine. The production here though is really strong. And again, a lot, if not most, of the credit goes to Slick Rick himself. And again, he has produced even going way back. Like, he produced, like, children's story and stuff. So he is a solid producer. But it's great. It's very varied. There's actually a house track on here. And another kind of club dance song, which is wild. So it's sort of a throwback in some ways, but this is also totally new. Like, this is a new album, like in every sense. What is he, like in his 60s? He's an older guy, but he sounds fantastic. His lyrics are like clever and poignant as ever. Like he's, he doesn't just sound like someone who's name dropping his old hits, except for in the skits. I might actually even like this better than The Art of Storytelling, if only because that album, also had way too many skits. Remember all that stuff about walking through jail, and there's all these guest people just kind of name dropping stuff, so glad to be rid of that. But even that album was just too full of guest producers, guest rappers, like Cannabis, Outkast. I mean, some of those were better than others, like the Outkast really popped off. Raekwon, Nas. The only guests here are 2. Nas himself, he comes back again because Mass Appeal is co-owned by Nas, so that makes sense, but that's a duet we're happy to get. And it's a dope song where they're kind of secret agents, like it's a real classic Slick Rick storytelling kind of stuff. And the other one is this guy named Giggs, who's from the UK, a bit of a deeper voice, but he has a real Slick Rick inspired flow. Like, they sound perfect together. Like, it would have been cool if we actually had Dana Dane come back, but this is like the modern substitute for that. So yeah, musically the songs are all over the place. Topically, they're all over the place. Some of it's pretty crazy. He's got a song called Landlord on here, which is all about being a landlord, which is kind of funny and kind of wild. And also not what you would expect, because you would expect, a rapper to kind of be like telling the story from the point of view of tenants, right? Sort of man of the people perspective. No, I don't know, is Slick Rick actually a landlord? I think he might be. But anyway, it's a fun song about being a landlord. Not a slumlord, mind you, but a landlord. And some of this stuff is crazy. The bonus track is called Another Great Adventure, which I've read a couple write-ups, I was waiting for the pre-order to come. I was reading reviews like crazy because I was waiting for the album. And I didn't want to watch the movie too much because I wanted to listen to it kind of fresh on the LP. So I was reading all the reviews. Everyone's like, Another Great Adventure. It's like a throwback to his first album. It's like a callback to his first album. And obviously it is in the title, Great Adventure, Slick Rick, Another Great Adventure. But I don't think any of these people listen to the song because the song is crazy. In fact, in the song, in the hook, he starts saying like another creepy adventure because it's about a politician who has a daughter with mental disabilities. So he kills her and then he blames it up on a pedophile, and then that controversy like boosts his career as a politician. So it's a kind of a dark, weird story, which, you know, hey, it's Slick Rick. But definitely not sort of like a fun, upbeat nod to his first album like everybody's saying. Maybe they're waiting for the vinyl like me, but then I actually waited till I got this to make the video, which is why it's not necessarily cutting edge. Again, a lot of you people probably knew about Victory since June, July, but the way we're all in kind of information silos online and stuff, I'm afraid a lot of people are missing out on this. And really, this is fantastic. Again, a lot of old school rappers have kind of come back, you know, and sort of done, this is our sequel to our classic album, blah, 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 blah. And a lot of them are like, okay. Although there have been some interesting ones. Have you heard Kwame's new album? It's actually pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. But this, I would say, really tops the list. This is everything. When you've been sitting here waiting 26 years for a new Slick Rick album, this is it. Like I said, the only complaint is maybe that it's too short. Again, it's a single LP. A lot of the songs just have a single rap verse on them. It's a lot of short songs. So maybe that's a little bit disappointing, but, you know, leave them wanting more is the ideal credo, right? How many albums do we have which is full of filler and all? This is not at all, except for, again, skits. And as I'm making this video, he's already got another vinyl follow-up coming out, a single, ostensibly the single off of this album, except for the song on the single is not on the album at all, and it's also not in the movie. It's called Bad Man Generation. It's a 7-inch single, also in the picture cover and all, also from Mass Appeal. And this one actually features Idris Elba rapping. And I've listened to it online. Idris Elba is pretty cool, but it does sort of feel like maybe Slick Rick is just kind of indulging Idris Elba's rap career here. You know, he does rap on it second, and, you know, it's a good Slick Rick verse, but, like, the single I don't need. If you're a diehard collector and you have to have everything, jump on it before it sells out, but, like, I don't need that. Actually, if they do want to pull me in for another single, they could press up like that Midas Touch thing that he released years ago and that Can't Dance to a song that ain't got no soul. Make that a 7-inch. I'd jump on that. But whatever. No complaints. I got Victory and I am thrilled about it. So that's it. I'm not really going to play any clips because you can listen to it all on his own YouTube channel and watch the movie, which I definitely recommend. It is pretty cool. The only thing you can't really check out is a bonus track, but the whole album is also online digitally and all that. So check it out. Buy the vinyl while you can. For the moment, when we pre-ordered in the summer, it was only available direct from Mass Appeal, but I think it's now starting to hit up some other retailers so you can get it wherever. And I'll see you guys sometime soon. I'm, again, not going to play any clips. Victory.